Hey guys, welcome back. I did a quick video here of these three and whether or not I should plant them now or not. I wanted to ask and get immediate advice on the sweet potatoes as well. So I'm going to do this separate video here, which I'm going to upload out of order. So anybody that wants to have, this is kind of your spoiler alert. Change now, or you might see something in my garden that you might, that might be out of order. But anyways, this is mid-July. I'm not sure with the runners here. Sorry guys, let me get my train of thought back on. Essentially, the runners just are running like crazy and going out 3, 4, 5 foot. Runners are coming from like this corner, going down, around, and out. And so my question really is, should I be cutting the runners? Like, should I take these runners here that are coming out of this bag, and essentially it comes down here, goes down, around, gets tangled up, big mess, and I'm assuming it goes out that way somewhere. Should I be cutting these runners here? Should I leave what's above the bag and just cut off the runners here? Or should I just let these runners just kind of run, and will they then pull nutrients, and energy from the leaves back into the stems, back up into the sweet potatoes? Because ultimately, obviously, you can eat, from what I understand, I could be wrong, I'm not an expert, I was told that you can eat some sweet potato leaves, that you kind of treat them as a salad, that sort of thing. Now I don't know if that's true or not, and I'm not proclaiming that or anything like that. I'm just saying that I've heard of people harvesting the leaves, but I didn't know, but that was just the leaves, and that was just to eat. I didn't know about the actual runners here, with them actually running and going. Now, most people, what they would normally do in a normal garden, situation, is they would just take and bury. Like, here's a runner that's run, and normally roots would kind of come off of the runners. You have roots that kind of come off the runner. It's a bad example here, but you kind of get the idea. And those would then go into, they would bury them into the ground there. That's what would normally happen in a normal gardening setting, is, they would just stick them into the ground, and they would go and grow and that sort of thing. Now, I did take some over here. I don't remember where exactly it was, but I took a bunch of them, and here's a really good example. So this is pretty much what happens is, where the vine touches the ground, usually near the leaf, it will sprout little roots. And so what you'd normally do is you'd normally plant this into the ground, cover it up with dirt, and then what would then happen is you would then end up with sweet potatoes that would then root here and then start growing out and about and everything. So I did there were several that were over here, and they got run over by the lawnmower, which is, fine. That's what I told the guy to do. And so then I just buried them. I think it was right around here or here somewhere. And so then the theory is that they would then go on to just kind of root. So you see here, it's like, here's all this energy that's being put into growing this runner. And so my question was, it's trying to put off roots, it's trying to do all kinds of stuff. And it comes from way back there. So it comes out, down, around, out to here, probably 4 foot, something. Who knows if it comes from the back bag or if it comes from the front bag. Should I cut it, or should I just leave it and let it grow, and then that would then supply nutrients back into the sweet potato, making the sweet potato larger? Let me know what you guys think, or what you guys know. They are quite annoying, because they just kind of grow this way and they grow in between the pots, and they grow back out into the flower, I call flower bed, whatever you want to call that area there. And then they grow out here, which I don't mind if they grow out here. It would actually be kind of cool if I got sweet potatoes that would grow wildly kind of in my yard here. But as opposed to just having just grass, it'd be really cool if sweet potatoes took root. The only problem is I will probably never be able to dig up the sweet potatoes once they get into the yard. So those would probably just become permanent sweet potato residents, and maybe after a couple of years, maybe I would try to attempt to have somebody dig one up for me and see if it's like, a foot long or something, or, see if it's just, they just kind of die off and rot, or what would happen. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if I should be cutting these runners and stuff, if that will then allow the plants to put more energy back into the sweet potatoes, or if I should just let them run and then the plant will provide more energy by taking in sun and putting the energy back into the sweet potatoes. So sorry for my ignorance. I guess I could just probably Google this and find out the answer, but I thought I would just kind of ask to see what you guys do, and just to see what you think. These are sweet potatoes, they're not regular potatoes, so I did want to kind of point that out. So if I don't know if it's that big of a difference or not. I have noticed with these they kind of vine more and kind of spread out, whereas potatoes that I've seen growing tend to kind of grow more upward. So when people are doing different kinds of potato systems, they usually have start with a box, and then they add another box on top, and another box, and another box, and they keep stacking up till they have 4 or 6 feet, however tall they want to make it. Whereas the sweet potatoes, they seem to go outward. They can't seem to grow upward. Maybe they would if they had a trellis or something to grow on. I don't know, but getting off track here. So let me know what you guys think. Please, thank you. Please like, subscribe, and follow, and comment and everything. Let me know what you guys think. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for your help in advance. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.